What? Oh yes, Chocks. 10 more minuto. 10 more minuto. Oh, not minutes. Seconds, I mean.
10 seconds?
10 seconds to go. 10 seconds. Oh, 0 seconds. Hold on. Let me just get this up. Where's it gone? Alright, are we going to do this anytime soon, Chocks? You got anything to open?
Yeah.
You had your chance.
Yeah. Anyways, I can do this whilst we're chatting.
That's
I'm sure
true.
you guys can understand.
I'm just going to start recording and booming it.
Yeah, boom.
I haven't even got to that point.
Hold on, I haven't got have my video loaded up as well.
Alright, anyways, I'm going to crack it on then. Start recording, crack that open. Boom! What is up, guys? This is Alex from Versa Figures.
Hey everyone, this is Chocos.
It is, of course, live and unplugged. Have I done a boo-boo? Why does it say the 25th of October? Hold on.
Hold on, this video hasn't even been shared in the club yet.
Hold on, have I made a boo-boo? What? What? Oh, no. No.
What?
No.
Can I share it in the group?
Yeah, hold on. 15th. I was like, have we gone back in time? If I could turn back time. Boom! 15th of November 2019. Good morning, America. Good afternoon, EU. Good evening, Asian. You should be sleeping, Australia. What is on? What is going on, Chokes? It's been a long time. 3 weeks and counting. How you guys been? Let us know in the comments. Have you guys been doing well? Love to hear all about what's been going on with you guys. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. We got Tosha in the house. Collection Neo. We're just looking fresh. Fresh. Not fresh off the... Just fresh. Just fresh in general. Now we've got the new camera. Because last time we did this, we showed the OG camera and the new camera. Everyone was like, the OG is definitely not as good as the new one.
Oh, the HD camera.
Yeah, HD cam. So we got this new one. Of course, it's, just a nice camera. That's the main reason, right? That's why we're looking minty fresh. Minty fresh. What's going on, Gilbert? We got Dan in the house. Stephanie in the house. What's going on? Drew, it's been a while. How you doing? Marjeline, what's going on? You still got that purple hair going on? Kimberly, what's going on? Hey, Neo's loving the... Petula is loving the new camera, Jocks. Loving the new camera. It's amazing when we don't set it up ourselves. We're not lazy and we get other people to do it for us. We get a nice camera. Of course, when we do it ourselves, we just use the webcam. Wouldn't you agree, Chocks? Chocks
I'm
is
sorry,
all busy.
my mind's elsewhere. Sorry, guys.
Who are you giving the beat down to? That's the beat down face.
Yeah.
Everyone can see it in HD.
No, I want to see myself. I want to see my beatdown face. Oh my god, why is it so slow? There we are. Oh, it's perfect time.
Shaking your head. Shaking your
I
head.
just need to make this final post.
Aight.
Yeah.
Aight. For realsies.
For realsies.
What's going on, Elaine? How you doing? You still loving that Sonic? Speaking of that Sonic, Chokes. Shout out to Sega, Paramount. Sweet looking trailer dropped this week, Chocks.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's a nice long trailer as well.
I love it. Watched it probably 4 or 5 times. All the kids came along and watched it.
All the kids came.
Yeah, obviously, and then they were comparing, and just it was cool to see that, especially after all that time. And did you hear that Tyson had some? I don't know if that's a rumor or if that's actually confirmed. But apparently he had a bit of helping hand on that as well.
Looks like it.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Saw the Twitter post. The picture looks fine. Looks fine. Looks really cool.
What Twitter post?
Tyson had a made a Twitter post.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and has an image of.
Oh yeah, I've seen the one where he's sort of like left legs up and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's.
But that's the confirmation, is it?
I guess so. Yeah.
James Test says, hey guys, I totally forgot about daylight savings here in the US, making 1 hour more behind than usual. Interesting, Jogs. Remember we were talking about that, how the clocks go back. Apparently you guys are gonna, oh no, that's German. Apparently the EU is giving up on daylight savings.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So
Like this is the last time. Once it goes back forward, they're gonna stop doing daylight savings. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me know Europeans. I wonder if that includes the UK.
So they'll forever have gained an hour.
No, gone back to an hour, because right now it's gone back,
Right.
I believe. It's gone back an hour.
Back?
Yeah.
So they gain an extra hour.
But they don't gain it, because they never got the extra hour. Then you went,
They never went
just
forward.
yeah, they go back to the original position, as in they don't go, yeah, I believe so. I thought it's confirmed, Neffy. I think it's confirmed. Aldolfo, Kiryu is looking so good. So good. Tosha's loving Sonic's look. That's sweet. Philip is loving the extra hour in bed. But only have... It's painful when it goes forward.
Mm-hmm.
And you lose that extra hour in bed, but he's loving it when you get the double hours. But it's been a long time since I've experienced a time change shock, so you don't get that over here in Hong Kong, do you?
No.
You do not get that.
Don't get that at all.
I don't get that at all.
Sorry guys, this Castlevania.
Neffy says, Choc,
Also
stop
taking
working, start smiling.
I've got to get this. I can't smile until I get this thing fixed. It's annoying me.
What's happened?
Oh, no, I don't want to talk about it now. Just to make sure the posts are right.
Why can't you just like do schedule posts?
Dude, it was a scheduled post.
So what happened?
Never mind.
You forgot the time zone change. Manuel, how you doing? We've got Ricky Underdog Pals. Come on, guys, what have you been up to? Let's hear it. You guys been having a good one? What have you been up to? We've been 3 weeks. We're coming to chill. Ask us anything. Let us know what you've been up to. What games have been out there? What films you've been seeing? What animes have gone on that we need to see what's going on? What TV shows shall I be looking into? We want to hear all the good stuff. What you guys been up to? And then we'll get into a little bit of what we've been going on over here, Chocks, yeah? Once this guy...
Sorry.
Ian says, is this real life? It's been such a long time. I know, right? Is everything smooth in terms of Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all that? Not Twitter. What the hell am I talking about? Twitch. Is that all okay streaming-wise? Just make sure that's all okay. What? Thanks, Odolfo. Yeah, Dracula's come out really nicely. Richter's still at the 3D stage, but it's coming on very nicely as well. Dutch Propaganda says, I've been up, but gravity keeps me down. You gotta learn to fly, baby. Drink some Red Bull. Alex is doing alright. Nice one. MAD's doing alright. Oh, he's saying hello. What's going on? Tasha says, Alex is happy and relaxed, and Chox is in the background clicking furiously. I like it.
Who said that?
Tasha, I think.
Tasha,
yeah? Yeah. Momo says, he's fine. Got some news about Nito, just outside over there. He's kicking my ass still. So we've got some... William's been playing and just finished up Luigi's Mansion. He's had a lot of fun co-op. I need to get a go on that as well. With my son, it'd be awesome to have a go on that. John asked, how's the Congo production coming along? Very nicely. The team was there on Wednesday. Coming on nicely. Ali C, how you doing? Hey Philip, I haven't had a chance to see The Mandalorian. I heard it's pretty decent, at least the first episode. I think I'm going to wait for the entire season to finish before watching it. Hey Heather, no print with Dracula. Marjeline. So you're watching My Hero Season 4 and playing a bit of Death Stranding. Have you picked that up yet?
Oh, I received it.
Yeah, you pre-ordered that bad boy, yeah?
That box is huge.
Is it?
Like
the one with
the Amazon box came in.
Is that the one with the baby inside?
Yeah. I haven't opened it. I haven't opened the box.
Well, obviously.
That came in the other day. It was about that high.
Are they coming to the office?
Yeah.
It's coming to the office, yeah?
Yeah, because I'm.
I know, you're never there. You're never at home.
Never at home to
Yeah,
pick it up.
I'm just saying. But then, because you've been taking the MTR recently.
No.
Well, you used to. What? You started doing... Well, only this week.
Only this week.
Yeah, I know, but normally...
Normally I would take the MTR,
So you just sort of wait until there's another stream before you bring the car in, and then you... Is there going to be, like, stacks of stuff that we're going to take to the car on the way back?
No,
oh, no, because you've
been here every day, so I can, yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been, like, just... If we're having a stream every 3 weeks or a month, right? It's like all piling up, and you haven't got the car.
Yeah. And then I wait until a Friday where I come in.
Well, a Friday where you come in because of the stream, you mean?
Because of the stream,
yeah. I know. So it's almost like we have to do a stream, otherwise the office just gets full of your deliveries, and we need to clear it out. So we need to do a stream just on the basis of that.
Another thing came in though as well. Another box which was about that high.
Oh yeah.
But it's about that slim. The
What would that be?
The Capcom arcade stick.
Oh, so it's flat packed. It kind of looks long.
Yeah.
Because it's. I'm assuming obviously they unscrew the joysticks.
No, I believe it's already pre-made. You know which one I'm talking about?
No, but I'm assuming the joysticks you unscrew them, right?
You can change them if you want to.
But I'm assuming the flat pack because it's so thin.
No, it's I think it's literally like that out of the box, with the sticks on it.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh yeah, with the Capcom on it. I remember seeing that. Now it's out now, is it?
Yeah.
What's the damage?
What's the what?
Oh, it comes with games as well.
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, one of few. I think.
Oh, it's not too tall at all.
Yeah.
It's not too tall.
Mm.
Have you opened it? Of course not.
No. Yeah.
That's looking really nice.
Yeah, it looks alright. I know there's been mixed reviews, but you know.
I love the shine on it.
Have a FRF stick.
Indeed. What's up, Celine? I need to walk the dog, yeah. Collect my spawn soon. So a lot of people have been watching My Hero, that's cool. Yvonne's been adding a picture of Dracula to a wall of pre-orders. Appreciate that. What's going on, Megan? I know you're a massive Sonic fan. Have you been enjoying the latest trailer? Jedi Fallen Order, what's that? Is that an actual story-driven game, or is that more like online, like Battlefront?
I'm not sure about that. I haven't heard of that.
What about Let's Play Search Death Stranding? That'd be sweet. How long does it take to... Is it like a long one?
I don't know. All I know is it's a slow-paced game. From the
Is there lots of death opportunities?
Very brief previews that I've seen.
Are there a lot of death opportunities?
I don't know either.
I hope there isn't, then I'll play it.
I bought it, I pre-ordered it, and I tried to I tried to avoid the previews and the teasers and all
Tell
that.
me about this Demon Slayer. A lot of people I've seen them memeing a lot of that. This is like the demon with this thing in the mouth.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. Oh, Peggy's been reading the manga.
How about watching the anime?
I don't think she's got around to that, but she said she enjoyed the manga.
Is it? Mm. When she reads it, is she reading it in English, Canto?
I don't know. Probably
Spanish?
Probably just look at the pictures. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
What's up, Nick? Single player Jedi game. Are you serious? Oh man, that sounds some old school stuff. Like we're talking like Dark Forces, old school, like story driven stuff. But man, I'd love to do that. Cassie says a lot of death opportunities. I want to play one of those games where you can't die.
One of those games you can't die.
Yeah. Was it like Let's Go Home or something like that?
Play snooker or pool or something like that.
Trust me. Every time you scratch 1,000 reward points, I can see that happening.
What?
Peggy's reply.
Yeah? Oh, Chinese.
She's doing it in Chinese. What is up, Peggy?
Nice.
How you doing? I love it.
Yeah, she's Peggy and Miguel are sorting out some stuff behind the scenes.
Oh, right. What's up, Damien? How you doing? I can only buy digital at the moment on PS4. Stopped reading discs. Oh, your PS4's not doing too well?
Oh, the Blu-ray drive.
It must be.
Oh, thank you, Doug.
Appreciate that, Doug. Much appreciate it. What's going on, Courtney? Hope you've been having a good one. Yeah, do you think the fact that the time has changed has caught a lot of people off guard?
Yeah,
usually
we had this conversation a long time ago when we had the different times.
No, I said that it was going to be a movement on that. I said it's almost that you need to check when that happens.
Did we say if it changes we get more people? Like on the
Because our timing hasn't changed, it means people have to get up an hour earlier. For those on the West Coast, that's even earlier. Now, usually, if I'm not mistaken, West Coast is 7 a.m. Now it's going to make it to 6 a.m. Mate, what are you doing at 6 a.m.? You're certainly not waking up to listen to us drone on about stuff, are you?
So does that mean we're going to do the stream an hour earlier to compensate for these guys?
It would be an hour later. That would make it 5 a.m. for them, Chocks. That would be the issue, wouldn't it? And here's the crazy thing. EU and US don't change at the same time, so you can't win.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to keep track of that.
Can you guys stop doing daylight savings?
I know. It messes everything up. It's like, is it March? Is it November?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. So, Jocks, what's been... Are you done with your stuff yet?
I don't know. Am I done? Can I ask these? Am I done now?
Am I done? Am I done? So, what should we talk about, Jocks? What's been going on the last...
Christ.
Over to you about this validation. Just talk a little bit about behind the scenes about what's going on with that. Because, of course...
Okay, let's talk about the studio, the new studio, guys. Yeah, it seems like we took a big leap. Right? It's been guys, it's like if you guys been following us for a while, we had this new studio back, in the back street, right?
When did we open that up?
It was January. Just say January this year, right? It was pretty much opened up January.
And I said I wanted to move in there by March.
By March, yeah. Then it kind of went to April, and then it kind of went silent.
The problem is I didn't specify which year.
Yeah. So now we're in November. It's been a lot of, I don't know how to put it. We've been going into the regular meeting things, right? As we normally do with each team, yeah. On a Wednesday, on a Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we thought, hey, you know what? We need a meeting for this studio. We've got to get this done. So meetings or studios are.
It's helped, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Like if you don't talk about it, like if you don't specify time, it just.
It's not that we forgot about it. It's just that we can't get around to it.
To do it. Yeah.
So we have these meetings on Tuesday, specifically with a few guys, with the video team guys and one of the PM guy in here. We're talking about how this studio, how it's gonna be, because I'm sure you guys are bored of this background. So we've been here 3 years doing this, and we did say, yeah, we're going to get a new setup. Yeah, it's going to be so amazing. New camera, new mics. We might even actually have individual mics, right? And then
apparently I speak much louder than you do.
True, yeah. And I'm trying to speak a little bit louder, so...
And I'm trying to speak a little bit quieter.
So, yeah. Fast forward, it's been a bit meh for the past few months. It's kind of like this. And then for the past couple of weeks, it's kind of woo, woo. And then like last couple of weeks, it went.
Did he order the TVs?
Soon.
Soon doesn't last like that.
That offer's gone.
It was on
Singles Days.
It was on when we looked at it. It was live at the time.
Was it?
Well, obviously we looked at it. It had gone up by 300.
I asked today. I didn't get it. He wanted to collect everything together and then.
What a numpty. That is ridiculous. That is a specific thing to that time. Your mate.
You pay peanuts?
But I'm not.
No, just kidding. So guys, yeah, so we decided on TVs, TV stands, sofas, what do you call it? Counter tables, backdrops.
How very dare you.
So now we kind of, we're really into the next phase. We even got the new desktops. switches. Yeah. So each person has a responsibility to organize that, and hopefully we can get some shopping stuff done very soon, and hopefully we get some things delivered before Christmas. And I can't say when, but at least it's a big hurdle, because we had to go through a lot of, is this going to look nice? This is going to, what's going to be on the left? What's going to be on the right? What we're going to do with it? The next tricky bit now is to decide what kind of programs we want. And I think this would be a good conversation for you guys in the club when the time comes, when we start doing the lives and the unboxings, the pre-recordeds and the live streams or whatever it is. It'd be cool to have you guys to let us know what kind of programs you want us to do. And I think, when we do that kind of stuff, it'd be good to have the club involved. I mean, that's what all this club is about, right? Have you guys more involvement.
I would really like to see a game stream.
Yeah, I mean, that is part of the program as well. Whether it's console gaming, PC gaming, at least it's much better than like being cramped in here and then and trying to do everything.
Right.
So
Michael Anthony Johnson says, Jack, here's my first FRF order. Much appreciated. Thank you for trusting us with your first order. I appreciate that.
Yeah, just make sure to read everything. I know it's quite overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff to take in, but once you've done your first pre-order, the rest is kind of straightforward.
So, Course Chocks, signature cards don't exist anymore, but it's called the Signature Edition. What should the new name be? I know Collection Neo loves it. So maybe you can come up with some suggestions. What should we call it? We just bought 100,000 new stickers. That says, it used to say 0 hour, now then it said day one, then it says Signature Edition. What do we call it now?
Yeah, Neo. Hi. So yes, that's the studio. You said validation, right? So I think a lot of people have been anticipating this validation thing, yeah?
So I said yes, indeed. Talk a little bit about the background, why we delayed Zelda's one, why you now have a time for Dracula, and move on from that.
Yeah, so why we delayed the validation for Zelda, because
we wanted to try a new system.
We want to try a new system, have things implemented, and also it overlapped with maintenance as well from IT, so we want to make sure that everything's done properly within the time, within the limitation. We believe that the maintenance part is pretty solid, and we want to make sure that the validation process is solid.
Now we've done the changes on it already. The team has come back to us with it.
Yeah, we had our IT meeting. We sat down together, make sure
the new flow,
the new way of we've seen your feedback, Sky. I mean, it's not just this didn't happen overnight. We've been following. You guys have been following the validation process for quite a while, and I can understand, different opinions, different feedback, and we took all that in and we passed that information to the IT. They understand every single step of the way, and we feel, I hope, we have a good solution. We're working towards that solution, and we've implemented that solution in the testing environment. We sat down, we've gone through that. We've done some testing as much as we can, and then in the next few days, hopefully, we can do some more testing.
So how are you going to plan that out? So
yeah, that's right. So we still need to finalize the small details, but in a nutshell, we would like your help. We're going to create a post. We're going to explain everything about it. It's a nice little kind of small test. And
a little stress test,
and we can't do that alone. We need your guys' help, and we're going to create a post and explaining how to do that. And it's kind of like helping us will help you eventually, because this validation, if it goes very smoothly, it would mean that your orders and your processes, etc., will go smoothly as well.
Okay, so when do you think that's going to happen?
I'm hoping
if everything goes
smoothly, we'll want to have some instructions for you guys sometime over the weekend, and then we've spoken to IT, and we hope that we can have this test done on Tuesday, which allows
To get some feedback
to get
on
some
that.
feedback and to get some allow the IT to digest that information in time and ready for Dracula and Dracula's validation.
Which is the following Friday.
Yeah. So guys, I know this might not be a thing for you, but for those that want to help improve the system, at the end of that validation, there will be some discount codes given out for your participation. It's going to be very straightforward. It's log into your account, click on this button, click on another button, and then filling a little form, you know, your email address, so we know we can send out those coupons to you. So anyways, everything will be explained in a post. Hopefully you guys can participate, and IT are pretty excited about this. It means that they get some real test scenarios,
Right.
some results.
So once we go through the tests,
Right.
then we do, if that goes smoothly, the next one is we're pretty confident it's going to go smoothly, or at least the team is internally.
Touch wood.
Touch wood. Then on Friday we do the Dracula one,
yeah.
and then if that goes smoothly, then possibly the following Tuesday we do Zelda. Would that be a logical? I mean, to be confirmed. And all
If
that
things
sort of
go
stuff.
smooth as
Right,
planned,
right,
yeah.
right, right.
If Dracula does well,
It's
with
almost
the
like a
validation.
step-by-step test,
Yeah,
just to
yeah,
make
yeah.
sure there's no more, just to see how we go each step of the way. Yeah. So if everything goes smoothly, we're talking about Zelda in a week and a half or so, something like that.
I hope so. Yeah.
But we will let everyone know ahead of time. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What else has been going on, Jocks? It's been 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Has it?
Has anything been happening here?
It's gone super quick. Oh, it's gone super quick.
Well, this week's been a bit of a how do I say it? Difficult one. Not being able to get into the office too much. There's been some disruptions to the transport system here in Hong Kong. It's been quite difficult to get in. So as a result, in case you're waiting on some CS-based stuff, the team has had a hard time getting in. So do apologize if there's tickets that haven't been resolved or had any response back. I'm sure that the team is going to have quite a bit of a backlog when they get back. Hopefully everything comes smoothly back next week. And they can come back and sort of hit the ground running on that.
Yeah. I don't want to go into that stuff, but I would say, yeah, we've been pretty busy. As you guys know, we did the recent launch of Luigi and Zelda, and we just continuously promoting that. We've been sending out quite a few samples out there. People have been reaching out to us. As you can see, I'm sure you guys seen a lot of influencers posting unboxings. I would love to sit down and watch every single one of them. I really do, but there's quite a lot.
So you've been out of the club a little bit more than usual,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
that's like the new norm for you now.
It's kind of like I'm still want to go back and I still kind of flip through really quickly, very quickly, but it's not as much as it's really hard. It's really hard to I have to move away from it, but it's really hard to move away from it. You get what I mean?
Yeah, because it's such an important part.
Yeah,
of
because I
us.
need to stay close with the community. I need to know what's going on.
A lot of obviously it's been great with Miguel joining. He's been a bit. He's been more sort of like the conduit. So if there's something that's urgent, he'll make notes of IT issues and make sure he gets passed across. And then of course when you get a chance, you scroll through. I think that's pretty much how I'm doing it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I scroll. I was spending way too much time before. And letting and not focusing enough on the company at the time. I feel like that's begun to change a lot now. I'm really happy with how things are progressing. Really, really happy with how things are progressing. Just in terms of understanding where we need to go forwards, where we need to improve. That's the main thing, though, Charles. To be able to take a step back and actually have a bit of overview of the company and seeing how we can improve. And I spotted a lot of issues. We both internally found a lot of stuff that we wanted to strengthen. And then, after identifying that, then it's just basically moving ahead and getting that done. Now, of course, there's no small feat. That's a lot of work that's involved with that. This is a slowly game. We've been in it for a long time. We're in it for the long haul. There's a lot of moving parts. year and a half, this should be squeaky clean.
Yeah, with new things, there's always going to be new issues as well. So it's kind of like, you know, okay, we anticipate issues, but sometimes things do happen, and we just have to make the best we can do. And then, but nothing too serious. We just know there's issues, and we got to get it fixed somehow. And yeah, it's kind of what's been going on. It takes time, and yeah.
It does.
The hours in the day doesn't seem to be long enough. It doesn't seem to be. There's never enough time, and I think everyone knows this. You just need to know that we have to. Like, I know you guys are in the club. You received your items, and you see the posts, and it's good. It's good that things are moving along, but obviously we want things to move along at a nicer pace, consistent pace, a faster pace. And it's one of those times where we know that, okay, yeah, it's coming up to Christmas and it's coming up to Chinese New Year. The factories might want to churn out stuff as fast as possible, and sometimes things might get pushed back, and then that ultimately it's the same routine every year.
I mean,
right?
look, this is the thing, Chocks. We're sitting here with 20,000 unmade things right now. That's the reality that we're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
And we need to get faster at getting that done. And that's something that there is a mixture between the factories and ourselves. We first internally improve in order to make that better, to be more efficient, be faster with certain things that that they shouldn't be waiting on us. Try and get it to the next stage with the factory faster from our point of view. And a lot of that I've been working on a lot of understanding project management software, just to better sort of see how we can make it the flow more efficient and stop things falling through the cracks, speed things up, not having, as you said, getting to it when we get to it. Oh yeah, I remember to do that. That was okay when we had 1 project, 2 projects, 4 projects a year, 5 projects a year, but now we're talking so many projects, and so many projects that have been backed up. So we have stuff from 2017 that's still not out, right? That we need to get better at doing that, and that's been a lot of the focus as well. Just understanding, oh my god, what is the number of pieces that we haven't made? I know, of course, we're including the PVCs as well, but 20,000 plus items really highlights that we need to try and get that down. And not get that down because we haven't got any pre-orders, but I mean get that down by being more efficient of managing to absorb that at a faster pace, I would say.
Yeah, and just generally internal growth.
Was this not posted in the club?
What?
Lisa's calling you out.
I thought I did. I shared it out.
Oh dear. Hey Frank.
See, JC, Jessica. See, it was. Chocks posted it.
Boom.
Jeez, I'll get round to it. I'll get round to it eventually. No, I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, like I said, with growth of the company, there will be people that work at different pace. There will be people that have different needs. There will be people depending on others.
Why can't everyone work as fast as you, Chocks?
No. I'm not fast. I'm not the fastest. I'm not the fastest, but. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to juggle. As you guys would probably know. What?
I can type really quick. Look at that.
Air typing. Yeah, so, yeah, it's just growing pains, but in a way that...
That's good.
Yeah.
It's challenging. I'm excited about what that means, because there's a lot of other things that I look forward to doing that I've not really had a chance to do because I've been so focused on the company and how we can improve the efficiencies. Once we get to the point where the company is nice and efficient, I look forward to seeing what else is possible. I would love to go and do more biz dev, going out, meeting people. Same for you as well. Go meet up with the marketing teams at places. You're already starting that out, but it's to I'll be like, right, off you go, Chocks. You're like,
Yeah.
I think there might be a lot of people in Mauritius, right, that you need to go and see. And you'll be like, yeah. Oh yeah, I hear Bali's full of potential marketing.
Well, until the happy
marketing
days
teams.
come, we have to triddle along and make sure that everyone's needs are fulfilled as much as possible.
Yeah. I mean,
we can't do what we want to do until everyone can do what they.
Mauricio. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Collectionio says, so where are all the new POs and licenses at? Okay, that's a fair point. We are still... This is not something that happens overnight in terms of getting to the pace that you want to. We ran out, and if you run out for 6 months, you've run out. You won't get it any quicker, but, in terms of stuff that's actually in the development and that's getting to the physical stage, I can run off a list just so you guys know of what's kind of in the works. I mean, there's Skull Knight, there's Mega Man, there's the Bayonetta guns, there's Faye.
10 years, wow, Bayonetta,
yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah. That's always the plan. You got me off my train of thought now.
Sorry.
I'm just thinking.
What's in the works?
There's those secret projects, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of secret projects, probably 4 or 5 secret projects. There's Neo Cortex. There's a lot of stuff. I'm trying to remember what has or hasn't been said.
Well, we've always mentioned the Mega Man's.
Obviously we
Zero,
showed that one.
The Yakuza, yeah.
Yes, but we're talking about the physical stage.
Okay.
There's the All Mights.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
There's the. So I would say there's probably about 10 plus coming to the end. 10 plus coming to the end. Now, if you were to actually consider 10 plus, if you did that's basically 5 months worth of POs every 2 weeks. Now, of course, can we maintain that from a marketing point of view? I don't think so. In terms of, it's more about, it's not. So what is the thing that's stopping this? Is it the products that's in development not giving it to the marketing team in time, or right now that's the case? The marketing team can eat what we give them for breakfast because they have the time to do it. They're getting like 3 weeks to spend on it, for example. In the future, though, it's going to get to the point where the marketing team can't eat the number of pre-orders. And that's a good problem to have, because then we can start doing something called planning. That would be sweet. Absolutely, things have slowed down. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But what you haven't seen is the absolute massive amount of development work that has happened and started happening in April time. April, May was the start. And
I think, when you say slow down,
no, they think it's slowing down, but they don't know that...
Yeah, in F4F terms, we're slowing down,
In F4F terms, right. So, the amount of that we have actually in... Is there anything in Metal Gear Solid? There's tons of Metal Gear stuff in development, like loads. And so I talked about this last time, and I'll talk about this now. Mm-hmm. Just so you guys understand, there is a team now in place that I told you guys before that the bottleneck was me, and the bottleneck was me being the creative guy to really push the projects along with Chris back in the day. Now we've got a year with Buffy's been with us for a year. Happy's joined recently, and I just had an interview with another guy to come and join as well. He seems pretty pretty capable. At least it was a Buffy recommendation, right? So that's cool. And the team that I have that is now working creatively is just like 10 times the size of the team that I used to have, meaning that they can all simultaneously work on different projects and still have a maintaining of a quality. And I just now come along and I review it once a week, twice a week, and I go, that concept's okay, or it doesn't work because it's going to be too expensive. And over time, they'll learn that themselves. But that's a huge step forward. A huge step forward. And what you can't see is the absolute tsunami that is coming for you guys. The absolute huge tsunami that is coming. We have probably about 30 to 40 projects that are going into physical or at physical stage between resins and the PVCs right now. Okay, that's what we currently have. Obviously, we also have the AMI as well. The 1/4 version of that. You have a lot of these sort of stuff, and that is just the first ripple. That's just the first ripple. There's something like 200 plus projects in development at the 3D stage, and that is the tsunami that is coming. I would say in a year's time, the pace would be something far beyond our fastest pre-order year ever. However, I also don't want to overload the front end until we have the back end sorted. I feel like we need to concentrate on clearing the blockage at the production side. And there's some steps that we've been taking into place that's going to help with that. I said internally, then we're going to attack the factories, right? And work on that. And again, it's gonna be more like, it's a process that can't happen overnight. And likewise, it's a process that you can't fix overnight. You can't all of a sudden go from a slow pace to a fast pace. That's a 6 month, it's probably more like a 9 month to a year worth of development that comes out, and then it starts hitting that pace. And we're about 6 months into it. So a further 3 to 6 months from now, that is when that tsunami is going to be like boom, 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 all the time. All the time. It's just a plethora of stuff right now, and it's just, for me, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's just something that is just quite, very exciting. Very exciting. I'm very excited, Chucks. You can tell, right? I'm so excited I stopped wearing glasses. That's how excited I am.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, there's got to be a period where, we got to, like I said, slow down, reflect, because as things come in, more recognition, more projects, more awareness, we got to keep up that pace, that bombardment. So we're gonna make sure that things are solid behind the scenes, so we can take that on as far as it can go.
Absolutely, and it's not something that happens overnight, as I was saying. And as a result, as long as we are prepared to bring it up at a pace, what I don't want to happen, Trox, is like we hit a really. It was quite a long time. It was about a year of quite highly sustained pre-orders. But that, again, has had its own problems, because that's why we have a 20k back order that we have to get through, right? And that's highlighting that we're not getting it through enough, right? So if at that pace, and we've not had as many pre-orders this year, if that's something that we've got to deal with, then, if that's something we've got to deal with now,
it's like the fire effect.
Exactly. So by the time that we actually start ramping it up again, we know that's going to start. If we haven't fixed the production side of things, it's going to have a huge, as you said, a ripple-on butterfly wing effect. Yeah. Nice one, Liam. Liam's been following us for a year now.
Wow.
What was the piece that you found us on? But this time a year ago, what was that? Alphonse?
Oh my god, a year.
Do you think having so many in development do you think having so many in development has been or is a problem, and taking on less projects and getting them to completion would be better? They're separate. They're not the same. The development of the projects is different teams, and the production side of things are different teams. They're completely different. Is what I think. In order to improve one area of the company, we need to hire more resources to deal with that area. End off. So if production is having a blockage, we've got to sort out that blockage. We had difficulties of development. And the development problem was moi. And now I remove myself from the chain to not be such a bottleneck, and as a result, that's been improved. And likewise, all aspects of the company needs to be refocused, and you can't fix them overnight. It takes time. But it's a challenge that I absolutely adore. I love being logical about the problems, identifying them, and figuring out how we can solve them. That's probably one of the things I love the most about this company and working on it. It's, it has a lot of ups and downs, Shocks. But one of the things that I really, as I said, I enjoy that aspect of it. Which aspect do you enjoy the most? Writing aggressive WhatsApp messages and Skype messages to my team. That's what I love the most.
Oh, Liam said Alphonse.
Ah, boom. Oh dear.
Hey, Larissa. Oh wow, for me. Oh my God, it's been so long since I've been in the club and seen these familiar names again.
Yeah.
MAD.
So
how's development lately?
So what's your take on something like Berserk? The license was announced in December 2016, and we've only had one piece up for PO, and that's it. Yeah, absolutely agree, 100%, and that's why I've been removed from the blockage. I'm no longer blocking it. That's because I was blocking it.
He's a blocker. He's a block.
So in systems, and there's like a little, you can have like a status, right? Or something like that, right? What you can do is, normally it says enabled or disabled, right? Yeah. I went from blocker to, I clicked on my name, right? The drop down menu, which is clearly said blocker. I then changed it to the drop down menu, right? And I went to enabler, right? And I've now flipped myself to enabler. So what you're seeing, it's completely my fault, Collection Neo. It's completely my fault. Because I don't have... The problem is you just go with the lower hanging fruit, the easier stuff. When you have two projects in front of you, you're like, which is the easier one? Well, this is the easier one, so I'm just going to go and deal with this one. When the harder ones, because you're not quite sure how to solve it, you kind of like, oh, I'll get to it later, but then you never do. And then, oh, look, time is gone. And I put my hands up in the air, and I'll tell you, we've absolutely done a not wonderful job on the development of Berserk. I put my hand up, and I'll tell you that. What I can tell you is what we have in development now is light years beyond what I was developing myself. Like, the piece that I was developing, when I got the new team in, I threw away the old piece. I said, let's start all over again. It looks 1,000 times better than it did. And since then, we've gone and made another piece, which looks absolutely stunning, and another piece, which is just absolutely stunning. And these happened. So the first one was completely remade. We improved the hell out of Skull Knight. A piece that had been approved, we completely started it all over again and remade it, because I looked at it with fresh eyes with the team and went, you know what, this is just not good enough. End off. Remade that, and 2 more in development, and all of a sudden, I'm just like, you know what, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. And the same thing applies to something like Metal Gear Solid. The same thing applies to Castlevania. You know, a lot of the projects, I can just go, it's just very, how do I say, rewarding that I can now not focus on the development and focus on the company. And that's what it's all about. Fix the bottleneck one by one. The bottleneck was me in development. All right, no problem. Remove myself from the equation. Boom. Okay, what's next? Right, production. Let's get stuck in. And then we're going to go from there. What's next? Marketing, right? Chalk sort that shit out, right? And this is the point. Getting the people in place to sort out the problems. How can we improve? What resources do we need? And I love this aspect of the business. Love it. Pleasure, Neo. Pleasure. Easy, MAD. So, you know, it's definitely something that I'm super pumped about having that team in place. And this is what the point is. You know, how do you go from a team of 3 people, which is what it was back in the day, and now we're 60, and keep on adding more people, because in order to get the pace that we want to hit, I mean, we could just go scale all the way back, right? And just go, right, what we're going to do is make, you know, what's the average of a team it's like, what was it back in 2016? 2016, probably total 15 people, would you say?
Yeah, give or take.
Including China, including myself, including the team here. I mean, you were employee number 5 in the office or something, is that right? Because you were 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then the 5th table over there, right? You were the first of the new table.
Oh, okay.
Don't you remember?
I guess so,
This
yeah.
4
Yeah.
was filled up, and then you had the first.
All right. Okay.
You don't remember that?
I didn't know. I didn't. Well, at the time, I didn't know if there was anyone like traveling up and down. But it was Charles, right? So
Yeah,
Charles,
but he was there. Was he? Or
He
maybe
no,
he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. No.
Was he not?
Was it?
So we had Brenda, Sonny,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, Charles,
Yeah.
and then you. Is that right?
I guess so.
I think so.
Yeah, we didn't have a video guy. We didn't have a designer.
Yeah, I didn't have Sandy hadn't joined by then.
Mm.
You were part of the hiring process of Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's right. You were the 5th person in this office. So that's it. Oh, production done. Marketing done. Customer service done. Shipping done. What else do you need? That's it. Myself.
Wholesale's done.
Exactly.
Mm.
Myself, John, Kanako, to HR 5 people, you know, a couple of QC, 10 people tops, 15. Now you could have done that and enjoyed a pace that is much slower. Let's say, how many could you do with that original crew? 8 projects a year, maybe? 5 projects? I mean, obviously, you're not going to have the videos, you're not going to have this, all that sort of stuff, but just pure project.
Yeah.
What are we doing? 5? No.
But there were simple
maybe
launches,
7,
right?
8.
I don't know. Would you consider? Yeah, there
No,
was,
I don't
there
think
were
particularly
less.
so.
I mean, yeah, like I said, there was no.
There's only the videos that
Yeah.
we didn't have.
Yeah.
8 people? Sorry, 8 a year? Could have been enough for the team. But it would have come with a lot more. There's no resilience. There's no abate. You wouldn't been able to scale it in a way that we wanted to invest in the scale it. So now we're sitting here with 60. It's really it's really something that is quite challenging to consider, to try and that many more pieces, how to do it without investing into it. I find it quite interesting. So Sven, if you, there's been a lot of complications for CS to get into the office, so perhaps they'll get back to you earlier next week. So do apologize that things are taking longer to get to. Chalks, over to you for Mark.
For Mark,
Yes.
late to the stream. Did you guys announce a rough release date for Dracula? Yes. Briefly mentioned on the stream, it'll be the 4th quarter of 2020. However, if you just go onto the product page and just click on the additional information tab, in there will highlight the estimated shipping date for the product. And also, we will update the shipping calendar on our website once we know exactly when it's going to be shipping out to the local warehouses.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you even check your DMs anymore? There's too many now, isn't it? That you
Once
just...
or twice, and then it kind of like gets pushed down and it gets overlapped. And then there's a lot of emails that needs to be really prioritized.
Yeah, no, I know.
I have to. I can't leave it more than like a few days, or else it's just.
there's priorities,
Yeah,
unfortunately. DM Miguel, don't DM me or Chocks anymore. Hit Miguel up.
I do try and get back to the PMs. If and when I can,
Yeah,
I
no,
do.
it's-
Yeah, I wish I
yeah.
can. I really do.
Yeah, Midna's deep in development at the factory. Deep in development at the factory. So that's cool. It's coming on nicely.
Spooktober 2020 would be perfect release month if you can manage it. Wow.
For what? Oh,
I guess Dracula.
yeah. I want to get that done faster than that.
I hope so, because there's it's kind of like additional headpiece. There's no there's no art print.
Petula's like, oh, I feel special now. You always reply to me. Mate, when Petula writes me a DM, my phone goes off. I get emails. I connect it up to my home alarm system. Then it goes, woo, woo, so I know I need to get right on it.
That's good then.
Liam says, did anyone ask if you Zelda will go up for validation by second week of December? Oh, it's going to be earlier than that. Just one more time for Liam Chocks, what we're going to do for the Zelda validation.
We're going to make sure that the validation is perfected, and we need your help. Hopefully, sometime next week on Tuesday, I'm going to make a post in the club highlighting how this new validation process is going to work, and have you guys involved in the stress tests. And once that's done and it's okayed with everyone, we'll apply that logic to Dracula validation. And if that does really well as well, hopefully we can implement that for the Zelda validation shortly after.
Is that Jeff? Our Jeff.
Is it?
Jeff.
Which one?
On YouTube.
Really?
Is it? Is it Jeff?
Is it Jeff?
Is it our Jeff? Normally he's on YouTube. Normally he's on Facebook, isn't he?
Yeah, Noma's on Facebook.
I'm not sure if it's our Jeff or not. Haku wants to know if there's an option to pay up front for Dracula. You can hit up CS.
Yeah.
I heard my name. What's up? Who's that, Miguel?
I heard my name was. I guess it's Miguel. Is it Miguel?
Or is it Jeff? Still got access to our Facebook account. Has he?
I don't know.
I heard my name. What's up? Oh my god. Oh no, it's Miguel.
Right.
Yeah, we just said if you guys want, you should all hit up Miguel if you want DMs. Don't DM us. Hit up Miguel. Ah, it's our Jeff. What's up, mate? Nice. Should get him
On YouTube, Liam. She gave him what?
get him in for our company lunch. Got to get that organised. Kanako's looking into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Christmas around. It's Christmas again.
Oh my god, Christmas already.
So, we're going to be wrapping this up in a couple of minutes. It's already been an hour. How did that go so quickly? Yeah,
I know.
it's a quick one.
It's a quick one.
Last Saturday, I took the plunge. I have been sick and tired. I'm not taking it anymore, Chocks. Absolutely cannot stand the absolute unfair advantage. The absolute unfair advantage the boys were getting over me when we played pool or snooker. Unbelievable unfair advantage. Any of those long shots, I'm absolutely screwed because I'm sitting there going like this, right? And because of the way my glasses are here, there is no physical.
Why are you sitting down playing snooker? You're sitting there.
I'm not sitting there. I'm just like, but when you're bending over to do
resting
that, yeah. No, you got to bend over. So look for the long shot, right? There is no physical way that my glasses could actually get beyond the
You're
eye
using
of
the
sight.
wrong glasses.
I'm not using the wrong glasses.
Who's that snooker?
Dennis Taylor.
Dennis Taylor, yeah.
You have the long ones that go up like that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's why.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Unfortunately, I didn't have any Dennis Taylor glasses, right?
Just flip them.
I tried doing that as well, and it still doesn't work. And I said, I am not. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it, of doing long shots, and basically, I might as well just close my eyes because it's so blurry when I look over my glasses lens, right? So I'm looking upwards, right? Yeah. There is no way that I can actually see anything. I'm sick and tired. I might as well just close my eyes of losing because of a long shot. That I said I'm not taking it anymore, and I said, you know what? Let's get these eyes lasered. So that's what I did. Bada bing, bada boom. Saturday. I'm now 6 days into it. popping the old drop. Right now, my eyes are quite hazy still, quite a bit hazy. I have what we call soft skin mode. So I'm like, Chocs, yeah, check out all the details on. Check out all the details on Dracula, right? But you know what? I can't see them. Yeah. it's looking all blurry.
So for the past week, he's approved everything. So anything that we've approved this week is going to be trickling down a few months later.
Yeah, right. There's like a week period of 1 week's period of like anything and everything got through.
So guys, if you want anything signed or anything like that, just this is the right time.
Absolutely. Gemini, we have announced via Platinum, very nice of them, to include
exactly
in the 10-year
anniversary blog post,
the work that we've done on the Bayonetta guns. Very nice. Petula. He says he want to have his lasers for a while. Yeah, Miguel, so you play a bit of pool, do you? Mate, you should come to Hong Kong, mate. Flights are really cheap right now.
Really?
You really?
I don't know. I don't check flights. Why would I check flights to Hong Kong?
Basically, like, dirt cheap.
I know the hotels are very cheap.
Yeah, the whole thing is like just dirt cheap.
It's like...
Because who the hell wants to come to Hong Kong?
Exactly. Well, if you're like a family with kids, it's you can book a hotel room like super, super cheap.
Like the Dorsets down here, it's like a 3-4 star for $250.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy.
It's crazy cheap.
That's like cheaper than rent. I think, yeah.
I guess it's always...
Miguel, can we implement a drug policy with our team? Like, Miguel is part of your team. He's smoking crack right now if he thinks he's going to take me out. He says he's going to take me out even with my 20/20 vision. Can you get that guy to piss in the cup, please, and just check what he's been smoking? Because the guy's... He's not thinking clearly. He's not thinking clearly. Yeah, so, it's definitely going to be something that, as I said, the company, not turnaround is not the word, but at least efficiency program is a monumental task that won't happen overnight, but it's something that I truly enjoy. I love seeing your evolution as well. I love seeing the evolution of people's roles as we try to take a more profesh way. Profesh. And I just look forward to the continuing evolution of it all.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah. Erica Faye, how you doing?
Hope you guys actually get to see that as well. I mean, you guys that's been here with us, you've seen how things moved along.
Evolve, up, down, sideways, backwards.
For the past 3 years. And just the whole collecting scene as a whole. How...
Yeah, that's evolved a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, price points, scales are going to go down. Scales you're going to see much more you're going to see a lot more 1/6 out of us, a lot more PVCs, a lot more projects just in general as well. And it's just exciting. I'm just excited about it. A lot of different avenues, a lot of different ways.
It's how do I put it? Collectors go through different phases, right? There are collectors that maybe just collect 1 or 2 piece and then they jump out of the hobby. Some collect up to like a 2-year period. Some collect even longer, and sometimes reading comments from guys saying that I'm at my breaking point and I want to give up, or like somehow I was about to give up, but that piece brought me back in. It's interesting reading that. It's quite a journey, quite an experience.
Yeah, no, I agree. So what is it? So is Banjo coming along? Yes, Banjo is coming along. Just like Shiranui's wrapping up, and then Banjo's right after that. So I'm heading to the factory on Monday. I didn't want to, like, they wanted me to go today. I'm like, I'm not risking that today.
So I heard, yeah, it's like a full party going on.
And that's one of the changes as well. That's one of the changes. So what used to happen was, it used to be just myself, Charles, who's a Hong Kong production guy, a production manager here in Hong Kong, but he spends 3 of the 5 days in China throughout the week, working. I would go along with Charles, and then the what's the word? The China team. But now, I'm like, hell no. Hell no. What's going to happen is the PMs, they check everything, and I just watch behind them and see how they get on. When I get to the point when I know that they are capable of doing it, and I watch and observe how they do, and I come along and say, is there any issues that I would have said or wouldn't have said, then I know that they can be trusted to do it themselves. And that's what it is. It's about delegation and transfer of responsibility. I'm not sure if I touched about this last 3 weeks ago, maybe, perhaps, but that's something I that is part of the evolution of the company, the evolution of the team, and that's something that has to be part of the the process, basically. So, all right, Chucks, couple more minutes and we're going to be done. It's a tough hobby. People get burned out. It requires so much patience, and months, usually of years of waiting to box something in minutes. Yeah, that's one of the things. And also with the price points going up as well, it's also a challenge as well. Any word of Grey Fox? That is almost done, and it's just looking amazing. Sammy's got his Bowser X. He's loving it. Much appreciated. Faye is already printed and being duplicated, getting painted up, all that good stuff, and she looks gorgeous. Yeah, MAD, you can forget 1/4 scale. That's not happening. No more. They just aren't viable anymore. Just have to evolve with the times. End of. Any Crash Team Racing news? Yeah, we have a physical in development right now. So great. Any other questions before we wrap this one up? Erica, I got my Link figure from you guys. Nice one, I appreciate that, Erica. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! I just got the AOK finally on One Piece at 3D. We've reworked that a couple of times as well. Again, what happened was all the projects. So basically, what happened was all the projects that I had before the team got in place. I went, okay, guys, have a look at this and see if this is good enough now. And the answer really was quite quickly, no, it isn't. And therefore, we did it all over again and made it look 1,000 times better. So I'm pumped about that. Will there be any points today? Yes, there will be. It's a good point. McNally, I'm never going to give out that kind of information ahead of time. Oh yeah, let me just clarify. I'm talking more about stuff that doesn't already have established lines. I'm talking about more like new lines. So I'm not saying 1/4 is something that we're stopping on current lines, if that makes sense. Just future developments of stuff when we can. Where I would have automatically gone 1/4, I've gone, hold on, no, we're going to make this 1/6. That's absolutely what's happened. The points where we were like, oh yeah, of course, just 1/4, of course it will be 1/4. Gone back to the license and said, you know what, we need to make this down to 1/6. The pricing is just too astronomical to make it 1/4. And that's what's happened. So, new lines. James says, you mentioned earlier that Signature Edition has gone away. Okay, so what's gone away is, we're calling it still Signature Edition for now, but I'm not signing the cards anymore. That really became the issue when it started doing, I think with AMI PVC, I think I almost went into cardiac arrest when I had to sign like those combo packs. Not one but two. And I just went, you know what, maybe we did consider maybe just keeping it for resins, because obviously they're not as many units, but I thought, it's just a nice extra bonus card, and what do they people call it signature editions all the time, but they don't actually necessarily contain a signature. So, but I still think it's confusing. Will Banjo have a PVC line? Possibly. Hopefully. Rafal, how you doing? Any progress on Dante? Yes. And again, Dante is a really good example of made it the physical 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Looked at it with fresh eyes and went to the vault. Let's do it again. Start again. Resculpt. Make it again. I mean, another example would... you'll see examples of this all over the place. If you look at what happened with Kiryu, with Yakuza, the OG one, and the current one, it's like night and day. You can't compare it. And it's just an example of the team just being amazing. Billy, there will still be 4 golden cards, but they won't be signed. It will just simply 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, 4 of 4 in gold somewhere. That will happen. Do we have an idea when the next PO will drop roughly? What's next? Well, I know what's happening then.
Yeah.
But is there something going to go in between there? Possibly. I don't know. They're not prepared anything. I'm not paying an extra mute button. We're wrapping up the stream anyways. We're wrapping up the stream. All right, guys. So thank you very much for joining us today. There will be a Feeding Frenzy. Go check out McNally's Watchtower post. Give me 5-10 minutes. I'll post that. Feeding Frenzy, old school, OG. Anything to add, Jocks, before we wrap this on?
Castlevania, Dracula hype. Emails got to be sent out, so expect some emails. Please open your emails. No, we're trying out a new emailing system, right? Yeah, so it'd be nice to have some data to check out as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How was the response on the Bayo guns? We didn't post anything, did we? Did we say that we shared it? I know other people put it.
We shared out the information.
Okay.
The
That's cool.
The blog post and all that.
We're not having a Christmas stream. I'm away for Christmas.
Christmas stream. Oh my god, already.
When we last did the Christmas streams, it wasn't the Christmas stream, it was like, we did it on the 28th or 29th or something. It was like the Christmas stream.
/ New Year's, right?
Yeah.
Christmas / New Year's.
I'm off on holiday, Chucks. First time since...
Actually, you have been on holiday.
No, I haven't. The last time was in Taiwan, and I made a huge mistake not...
Yeah, that counts, isn't it?
All right, you got me. An extra 10 reward points. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, so I won't make that same mistake.
I'm sure there'll be something new.
I haven't had any other holiday since Taiwan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, so that's the holiday. So that's what I was saying. You have been on holiday, but that was 2 years ago.
And even then, that was for like 4 days.
Yeah, it was very short, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was before a stream. I didn't miss a stream for it, I don't think.
Did you one time you went back to Japan, right? I remember you went to Japan.
Yeah, but I always just do to pick up the family.
Yeah, and then like boom, straight here for a midweek stream, I believe of.
Indeed, the evolution, thank God. All right, sweet. All right, guys, thanks very much for joining us. Of course, it has been live and unplugged the 15th of November, 2019. Have a great day, America. Have a great evening, EU. You should be sleeping, Asia and Australia. We will be back at it again at a undisclosed date. Of course, when we have that information, we will let you guys know. Wrap that one up, Chucks.
All right.
Boom. All right, I'm your host, Alex.
I'm Chuckles.
FRF is love.
FRF is life.
I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Laters.